Hello, good evening. Uh, so, welcome on in. Uh, this is Insurmountable. It's a game I've seen a little bit of. It's a roguelite that is about climbing a mountain. It is also the one of the two free games on the Epic Game Store right now. So, excuse me. So it's been on my radar for a bit. And then I saw it was going to be the free game this week, and yeah, we're gonna play it now. So I haven't played myself at all. Uh, but let's go through it. Normal, please. It's also a very pretty game. That's us. Your adventure begins. You cast your gaze over the enormous mountain landscape. You have traveled across the globe seeking out adventure, but this island is like nothing you have ever seen before. As far as you can tell, it is largely unexplored. The only information you could find were a few rumors about an unknown occupying force. On the way here, you stumbled across abandoned property and lost places. You wonder what happened here, what secrets the island is keeping. Then you shake your head. It'd be nice to have some answers, but your goal is clear. Reach the summit. That is why you are here. That is what drives you. Okay, in order to successfully navigate a mountain, or complete a mountain, you have to navigate your character along the tiles to the marked goal. Time will not pass, and your stats will not change until your character moves. Left-click a valid tile to add a checkpoint to which the character should move. You can add more checkpoints by clicking on other valid tiles. Click on the final checkpoint again to start moving. Right-click to stop the character or to remove the final checkpoint. Alternatively, you press the move button to move or stop your character. You can also use the speed button to make your character walk faster. This effect does not impact your stats in the game. Okay. You can open the tutorial again at any time via the pause menu. Look how pretty it is. I can't even see the top. Okay, so we're trying to reach the summit. Environment and equipment. Effects that are influenced by the current mountain. Environment, currently active equipment. Thick air. No effects on weather. Basic values. Warm nights. And first ascent. Basically it's easy mode for tutorial purposes. Got it. Let's go here. I don't know how to... if I can rotate my camera. Hang on. Middle mouse button. Or V. Ah. That's... aha! That's... okay. Let's go see what's... that's the silliest way to do that. Switch is charging and have obtained food. Have full attention now. Alright, let's go here. Unexpected meeting. A gust of wind catches you and you almost fall into a deep fissure. You flail wildly with your arms, trying to keep your balance. Suddenly, someone grabs your wrist and pulls you back from the edge. That was close. Just a second later and you would have fallen to your death. You sternly tell yourself that you really have to pay more attention. No need to press your luck when there is danger at every turn. Your knee is still weak, you take a look at your rescuer. She is a young woman in a threadbare anorak. There is a green stone fastened around her neck with a leather strap. Fascinating, you stare at the hand-carved charm. Its soft glow is almost hypnotizing. The stranger coughs, and without saying a word, holds out some provisions for you to take. I accept the gift. You want to give her something in return, so you search through your pack. You finally find something and look up, but the strange woman is gone. Bizarre meeting, but you can't help but be grateful for her help. Continue journey. You can access your inventory by pressing the button on the screen or using the corresponding hotkey. You can only access your inventory when your character is standing still. Certain items are consumed when they are used. Other items can be equipped to your character and remain active while unequipped. Right-click items with the mouse to use them. Click and hold the mouse button to drag and drop. When you find an item you have to put in your inventory, some can be used multiple times. Okay. So our inventory is a bit of a puzzle. So now we have to decide which way we want to go. This seems close enough to go check out this one too. Love that you can see the little climber actually moving around and climbing. You discover a narrow strip of plants concealed behind towering rocks. It turns out to be two neatly planted rows of herbs. You marvel at how tidy it looks. Did someone try to cultivate this frozen landscape? I pluck a few herbs. You cautiously enter the herb garden and inspect the plants. Most of them have been destroyed by frost. Disappointed, you turn to leave when a little patch of vibrant green catches your eye. A handful of herbs survived the frost. You hastily tuck the edible ones into your pack. It restores sanity, but damages health. And I got XP. So there's a thing there. There's things there. I mean, sanity meter makes sense with the, climbing. So how do I want to approach this? Let's go to here. Let's go to here and see where that puts us. Oh, sanity meter is always a good sign. Okay. So it looks like I could go over to there and see if there's a good route to get up there. Start kind of my ascent that way. Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's go up here. Yeah, we're gonna use a lot of energy climbing this, I'm guessing. Ooh, yeah. There wasn't really a much easier spot to do that. Oh, that's actually... Hello, welcome on in. Not what I wanted to do. Let's go here. Let's start learning our icons. You enter the cave cautiously. A short way ahead, the ground disappears. There is a deep, wide fault in the earth in front of you, stretching from one wall to the other. I explore the fault. You squint down and make out something lying at the bottom of the fault. From this distance, it looks like it might be a backpack or bag. Could there be valuable equipment in there? I climb down. You sit on the edge and carefully lower yourself down. As your foot is seeking purchase on a small ledge, it happens. The ledge breaks away and you slide down the sharp rock. You finally come to a stop, your hands covered in grazes and scrapes. You ignore the pain and search the item, which is in fact an old backpack. Nothing. You climb back up, frustrated. I am enjoying the game so far. We're just getting started and learning all of the controls and everything. Well, we got XP, but ugh. We have an injured hand for 16 hours. Climbing is going to suck. Lie down and sleep? Let's sleep through most of the night and restore our energy. It is nightfall. Lose body temperature when moving and from effects. Okay. Okay. Reduce energy cost when moving and climbing. It'll also help pass time for your hand. Yes. Gain some energy. Get body temperature and oxygen when waking up. When you use a consumable item, you gain some body temperature. Let's take this one. So we'll get a little bit of a benefit every time we wake up. Just got the game on Epic, installing it now. Yep, that's where I picked it up as well. I've seen a little bit of gameplay on it, but hadn't picked it up myself yet. And this seemed like a great opportunity to do so. Sleep. Sleeping is a good way to restore energy. Yes. Look for a cave symbol, make camp, use a tent from your inventory. You can also sleep without a tent. Yes, that is a thing I did. Okay, so there we go. Four and a half hours yet on our hand. The first look at the game footage for you. It's neat. Especially if you like roguelike style games. You sit down on a rock to relax. A pleasant warmth slowly fills your body. You touch the stone with your hand. It's warm. So warm that the ice and snow around it has melted. Why didn't you notice that before? You close your eyes and regain... sanity, please. Nice. Alright, let's check this out. 4.5 hours to heal the hand is quite generous. Yep, well, it started at 16. They just injured it. Weather can change every morning. You can see the current weather and forecast for the next day at the lower left of the screen. Ah, down here. Clear, friendly weather, no negative effects. Cold weather, negative impact on body temperature, especially at night. Stormy weather, negative impact on energy and time cost, and reduces visual range. Oh, that's what we're in now. Wonderful. Good times, good times. You discover some wild berries on a bush. They are bright in color, orange almost. You hesitate. They could be poisonous, yet a little sustenance would do you a world of good. We'll try one. The berries are slightly tart, but fresh and tasty. You feel them replenishing your energy and strengthening you for the long journey still ahead. You are grateful that nature challenges you, yet also takes care of you. And be lurking as your download just finished? No problem! I never have a problem with people just lurking and hanging out. Okay, so... this didn't connect up to any useful upward climbing like I was kind of hoping it would. So, I guess... gotta make our way around this way. Does that connect up? I can't see, which is probably the point. Trying to get way up there. Let's go down here and see what we can see. Hey, my hand's better. I'm gonna be accidentally canceling a lot because I keep thinking like right click should be the camera unbind. Not middle mouse, but I'll get used to it. Okay. Game looks amazing on Ultra. Yeah, that's what I'm running it on. Okay, so it looks like I can go through here. Do I want to go over for this? Probably, because I'm gonna have to kind of loop around this way anyway. That might be worth it. Let's hope it's worth it. So I'll probably use a good chunk of my energy, but I'll end up here so I can rest for the night. That should hopefully work out pretty well. Come on, be worth it. You notice some shimmering blue herbs growing in a fissure. They emit an intoxicating fragrance. You approach them to take a closer look, but unfortunately your botanical expertise is limited and you are unable to identify them. Is it worth the risk to taste them? I taste the herbs. You lick the herbs with the tip of your tongue. They taste strangely bitter, but also delicious. This is how we science. We science by licking plants. Lovely warm feeling spreads through your body. Do it again. Oh, that was bad. First your stomach rumbles, then you taste bile. You are overwhelmed by a wave of nausea, and your bowels burn as though you just swallowed a mouthful of white-hot flame. Nope, that's enough experimentation for today. Oops, that was real bad. Oh well. Womp womp. Well, we may not make it up to the, cave there. Warm thoughts. Whenever you use consumable, gain 4 body temperature. Preserve energy. Reduce time cost mode. Let's do preserve energy. Then figure out how to use it. Oh, it just gets used right away. Okay. Excellent. That might... We'll see if that helps us get up to the cave in time. With the energy we've got. We might now. I don't think we were going to before. Oh, excellent. Sweet. It's O2, it's our energy, body temperature, and sanity. You enter a cave. It's dry and sheltered from the wind. Further back, you see a small tunnel leading into the darkness. I explore the tunnel. You want to explore the tunnel, but it's so dark that you can't see your hands in front of your face. Oh, I can't go back. Uh-oh. I step into the darkness. We get eaten by a Gru, I'ma be sad. You crawl through the darkness on all fours. After a while, you encounter some rubble. Looks like the passageway has collapsed. You can't go any further. Well, we got XP and nothing bad happened. I'll consider that a win. I lie down and sleep. Well, if we sleep long, it'll at least get us halfway through night. We'll regain energy and body temperature. Now it's the middle of the night, which isn't ideal, but is what is. I don't necessarily want to use a tent just to pass time. Well, let's crawl our way around here. Look for points of interest. I don't think this... Oh, it does connect. Does it go anywhere useful beyond that? Nope. Okay. Go back down, because I can't see, because it's dark and snowstorming. I think we're going to waste a lot of energy fumbling around in the dark here, but... is what is. Man. Gotta be a way up this stupid thing somewhere. Oh, hey. Excellent. Is that where I just was? That's where I just was, isn't it? Good job, me. Let's try up over this way. Not being able to see is kind of brutal. Oh, we can make some upwards progress up here, it looks like. Sure, we'll go here. Hey! Treasure chest. And it's light, and the storm is done. It's cold, but at least it's not storming. A smooth sparkling stone catches your eye. Its surface is covered in a delicate, complex patterns of ice crystals that remind you of saplings, ferns, and blossoms. Beautiful sight. I examine the ice crystals. You lovingly trace the intricate patterns in the ice with your fingertips. At the gentlest touch, they disintegrate and are lost forever. You swallow hard, tears stinging your eyes. Their fragility, their ephemeral beauty leaves you feeling melancholy. You decide to move on before your thoughts start to take a darker turn. Yeah, right? Sure. We don't need to rest, so I mean, we can still check out the cave. It's not that far out of the way. Or we can take a brief rest for energy. That's actually probably not bad. It's dry and sheltered from the wind. However, you notice a strong smell. I follow the smell. You follow the smell, but are unable to find anything except some tufts of fur and bones. We got XP! We're gonna take a very brief sleep to get energy back up to full. So we expended a ton on the, midnight climb there. Level up. Under the Stars, reduced penalty for sleeping without a tent. Euphoria, reduced energy cost in the death zone. That sounds pleasant. Or take it slow. Sure, we'll have less energy in the death zone, which I can only assume is near the top of the mountain. Alright, let's go this way. looks like our most likely path here. So it looks like the reduced climbing thing was just like a one-time for a day thing. Hmm. Yeah. That does appear to be the case. Okay. Really? No, stop. That is a very silly way to go. Go here. Need to pay more attention to where the line's going. Go here. Go here. Oh, can I not go that way? Oh, it doesn't connect. I couldn't see that from where I was. Okay. Well, that sucks. That sucks a lot. That explains why my climber was trying to go that way. F indeed. Thought the auto-pathing was just being ridiculous. And it's night. Why does that have an exclamation point? I don't know how to check that. Let's... Guessing hazard? Well, if it's hazardous, why aren't you going this way? Terrain types. There are 3 types of terrain: rock, snow, and ice. Each type consists of a basic standard terrain and additional terrain subtypes. Cost of moving on any type of terrain depends on your character's equipment and skills. Terrain subtypes can involve additional costs or may trigger dangerous events. Rock, standard, no special. Rubble can trigger dangerous events. Grass, no special. Okay, so we're on rubble. Snow, snowdrift, deep snow. Ice, glacier, ice labyrinth. Ooh. Ooh, we finally hit snow, it looks like. Well, we gotta go this way. That's the deep snow? Takes more energy. Yeah. We're learning, we're learning. Let's take it one tile at a time and watch our energy here. A jingling fills the air around you, harmonious and melodious, followed by the sound of falling rain. You follow the sound to discover tubes of metal and wood tied together in a bare treetop, dancing and striking each other in the wind. You watch the wind chimes and lose yourself in the fleeting memories. You regain sanity. Neat. This seems very fancy. Seems kind of out of the way, but not super, super out of the way. Because it doesn't look like that. Well, we might be able to continue on this way. In which case, we should get this item first. Nope, stop. Alright, we'll go here first, because otherwise we'll run out of energy. You are standing at the entrance to a glacial cave. The light that finds its way through the thick ice makes the walls glow a deep, invigorating blue. We got sanity. You encounter a cloaked mountaineer. He points at your flask and holds his hands together. I give him the tea. The mountaineer bows and continues on his way. Yay, sanity. Okay, we need to camp. Let's use a tent. And use the one that gives us more energy. Okay. Can't see in the snow. Me either. Especially at night. Ooh, dramatic music change. Alright, let's go back up here and hit up the events on this side. I don't know, this might be a waste of energy. The fact that there's two over here. Well, we'll find out. It's probably a waste of energy. Sunk cost fallacy, we're doing it now. Is this where we're trying to get to, or where we started? I think that's where we started. The rocky landscape in front of you is scarred by an elongated fissure. On the other side, you see a strangely regular block of stone. Something on top of it is reflecting the light. You slowly approach the edge of the fissure. A narrow wooden bridge with a rope at hip height leads across the abyss. Sure, we'll take the bridge. Great. As you step on the bridge, it creaks. You've barely taken a couple steps when the rotten wood gives way under your weight, and you step into the void. A stabbing pain runs through you. No chance. Retreat. You examine your leg. A splinter of wood has pierced its way through your clothes and into the flesh. You suppress a scream as you pull out the wood and clean the wound. Well, at least we leveled up. Rip legs. Yeah. And we didn't even get a debuff for being injured or anything, so meh. Significantly increased experience gain for 48 hours. Conserve strength, reduced energy cost when moving, but increased time cost? Yeah, I did lose some HP. I think we're okay with... So, let's do this and see if we can get some good XP gains. Though the smart move was probably the conserve strength. Loud and unusually long snoring is coming from a cave. Cautiously, you peer inside. On the floor, there is a fully grown brown bear dozing peacefully. You screw up your eyes. No doubt about it, and all that junk beside the animal is a packed tent that looks intact to you. Do you want to sneak into the cave and retrieve the tent? Well, we're making bad decisions, so sure. You set one foot in the cave as the bear suddenly moves in its sleep. You come to an abrupt halt. Keep trying! Holding your breath, you creep deeper into the cave. Did the bear just blink? Can it smell you? Your blood freezes as you get so close to the animal you can smell its foul breath. It seems like it's telling me to not, but you inch closer to the colossal beast. It's breathing steady and calm. Then there's a crack as you step on an old bone. The bear's ears start to twitch. We live here now. You did it! You surprised yourself, but you made it out of the cave alive. Quickly, you continue on your way. Hooray! I mean, we got a tent, which seems immensely useful. Oh, we have canned food for energy. Hooray! We didn't die. Alright, let's start making our way back up. Totally worth for an entire unused extra tent. Heck yeah. Stop. Go here. Let's do the canned food so we can make it a little further, because it's getting close tonight. Reduces the energy cost of climbing. Yeah, let's do that, actually. Let's get some good progress here. Looks like I should be able to make my way up that way. You encounter the cloaked mountaineer again. He is holding a vacuum flask filled with tea in his hands, which he passes to you. Then he pulls out some herbs and a torch and offers them to you alternately. Tea and the torch. The mountaineer smiles and bows. He then continues on his way. Nice! And I got sanity. And we leveled up. Controlled breathing. Increased oxygen per hour. Increased maximum oxygen. Mindfulness. When you reach a point of interest, gain sanity. That's limited, though. Warm thoughts. Let's take controlled breathing. And continue on. Okay, looks like we can make some progress this way. I mean, I think. So if I click up here... Yeah, I can. Okay. Be a big old climb, but that's okay. Glad we took our... used our climbing rope and... climbing rope. Oh, of course it gave out right before we got to this one, but it definitely helped. Oh, there's a, cave. By the time we get there, it should be night. How far out of the way is it? That connects up... Okay. Let's shoot for the cave. Or run out of energy before we get there. Let's use this again. That should get us to where we need to go. Hey, excellent. I don't know how far we have to go yet, but we're gonna use our items and try to use them smartly. Don't want to get into a habit of too good to use syndrome and end up in a pinch when using an item early on would have earlier on would have been the correct answer. Okay. You enter an extensive network of caves. Toward the rear, you notice an extinguished campfire. Laying in front of it is a stranger, bundled up under a fur blanket. I find a quiet corner and lie down to rest. That in limited space as well, yeah. Sleep long. I don't want to wake up the stranger. Okay. Ah! Game. Game, please. Yeah, they just want to sleep too? That was my thought. Game, please. There we go. Ooh. Oh, there's where I'm going to. The aurora is really pretty too. Alright, let's go this way. Almost daytime. Our timing worked out great. I think we've still got another... yeah, over a day on the experience gain. Nice. Wow, there's a bunch of stuff over here. Trapped. As you attempt to jump over a pile of debris, you slip and catch your foot in a crack between the rocks. Your ankle is in agony. We'll take this one. The time and body temperature as opposed to energy. You laboriously clear the rubble rock by rock. You don't want to take any risks, just in case your ankle is sprained. It takes a while, but eventually the crack is wide enough for you to gingerly pull your foot free. You check it, just a graze. Well, good. Where aren't you going? There you go. Oh, I didn't realize how out of the way this was. Thought it connected up. I wish the looking around was a little smoother. You discover the wreck of a plane crash. You could take the time to search it. Let's thoroughly search. Nothing useful. Dang it. No, why did... didn't clear my path. There we go. Okay, I think this isn't going to be worth trying to make my way to. However, this way seems much more worth. I mean, it's just right there. We'll go right there. Ooh, there's more up here. As you walk past a massive crevasse, you hear faint cries for help. Looking into its depths, you identify an unfortunate mountaineer at the bottom of the chasm. Well, of course we're going to climb down to save him. Carefully, you climb down the crevasse. After some time, you reach the bottom. With great effort, you manage to save the mountaineer. His gratitude is beyond words. Ooh, that's going to hurt our energy. We are out of energy. Critical status. When a stat other than health reaches 0, your status is critical. Your path preview turns red once any of your stats reaches critical level. If you continue to move in this condition, you will face dangerous critical events. Careful, if your health reaches 0, your run is over. Okay, so we didn't make it to the cave. We're just gonna use a tent to be safe. We've got 5 tent uses. Okay. Storm. Stretch. That's probably a good idea. Ugh. Everyone have big stretch. Wah. Okay, so our goal is up there somewhere, presumably. I think this is going to be low enough energy usage to be worth checking out for just this item here. This is probably not worth it. As your gaze wanders up the towering vertical rock face, your eye is caught by cast iron rings. Old pythons! You tilt your head all the way back, you can make out that the pythons lead to a small plateau. Why would anyone have gone to the effort of trying to reach it? I climb the wall. The hooks creak alarmingly as you use them to pull yourself upwards. You hesitate. A fall from this height could kill you. Slowly you creep up, inch by inch, until you finally reach the plateau and shelter in a rocky niche. This place has provided refuge to mountaineers before you, and they left something behind. Ooh. We got energy back, and food, and XP. Nice. Level up. Take it slow. Euphoria. Reduce time cost when moving and climbing while oxygen is high. That's body temperature. Yeah, that'll help now. Sure. That'll combo nicely with our increased oxygen gain, I think. Yeah, we can just swerve back around this way. That seems fine. Might double back a little bit to get that cave. I feel a big part of learning this game is gonna be learning what's worth going out of the way for and how far out of the way things are worth going for. And when not to bother. You sit down on a rock to relax. A pleasant warmth slowly fills your body. You touch the stone with your hand. It's warm. Oh, this one. Well, we're actually good on sanity, so let's get some warmth back. Oos. Oh, actually this will have worked out very well, so let's go down to here. Also timing? Yeah. I mean, this is basically pathing the game. It's a very interesting concept for a roguelike. You enter a cave. It's dry and sheltered from the wind. I lie down and sleep. Let's sleep long and make our way about halfway through the night and get almost all of our energy back. Seems decent. Your path leads you across a narrow ridge with snow and ice deposits on the edges. Beyond the edges, the mountain falls away steeply. One wrong turn and you'll plummet into the depths. Should you risk it? Turn around and take a detour. I'll get us to daytime anyway. The snow deposits are unpredictable. You prefer to take a detour than to risk plunging into the abyss. Just turned in. Wanted to ask whether you're aware you can zoom out the camera quite a bit further to get a better overview of your surroundings. I've got middle mouse swing around and press V to look around. Is there a further zoom out than that? So I try to middle mouse back and it gets stuck on terrain. A stranger is sitting motionless on a rock. His naked torso is adorned with a number of tattoos, strange patterns, and symbols. like those mostly worn by the spiritual leaders of local indigenous people. It is bitterly cold, and you wonder whether the stranger has frozen to death. I talk to the stranger. Mouse wheel scroll up, pan camera down so you look at the ground. Oh, okay. Oh, if there's no terrain, you can zoom further. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of in a... This mountain layout is weird. I appreciate it, because this game is not awfully tutorialized, but some of the things you can do are not the most intuitive. I'm enjoying it, though, so far. So you approach the stranger, he hurls a rock at you. It grazes your shoulder. You suspect he probably doesn't want to talk to you, so you continue on your way. He hit my torso. Injured torso. Womp womp. Aha! There we go. The looking down to be able to zoom further is very helpful, thank you. So I can get out from... What happened to warding shots? I think that was the warding shot. Sorry to ask, what else did you find unintuitive so far? Not a ton. The hazards... Not the hazard thing not coming up until I actually go on one was a little disconcerting, but that goes with the flow of the game, so it's not a huge deal. Injured mountaineer. A tent hastily erected against a rock wall catches your attention. As you get closer, you discover a sleeping mountaineer. His clothes are torn in places, and you can tell by his face that he is in bad shape. You can't say how long he has left to live, or whether he will make it. I try to help him. You roll the stranger into the recovery position and speak to him in a soothing voice. Despite your best efforts, he makes no sound and does not move. You cannot help him. We tried. Alright. That is not going to be worth going for. That's going to be way out of the way. But yeah, it was mainly the camera being unintuitive because that's such a huge part of how you play this game. Is your pathing. So it not being obvious how to get a little better visibility so I can make better decisions on pathing. Actually part of the dev team, very interesting to see how your first experience with the game is. Oh, excellent! Did I get a camera tutorial in the beginning? I don't remember. I might have. Say, KDM might be able to answer that one. I remember looking at the key bindings, specifically, because Oh, it's like skipping tutorials. No, I've been reading all of them, but I remember looking in the key bindings to figure out how to unbind or untether the camera. Because I'd seen a little bit of gameplay on this, but it was a while ago. So you gaze around, you notice a faint light in the distance. It flits back and forth, up and down. We approach it carefully. This is our first run. We're gonna poke all the things. And probably die because of it. Without letting the light out of your sight, you walk straight towards it. But you aren't paying attention to where you put your feet and you stumble. You catch yourself, but the light is gone. Confused, you look around and realize you have lost your way. Oh, that's not ideal. Basically, any event that doesn't end with "I've died" is probably a success. So I can... Yeah, I'm gonna want to go here, because I'm gonna have to go up here, and then by then, that might be good time to take advantage of the cave and rest. Just collect all the blue shiny points. But if you collect all of them, you're gonna run out of energy. This game is very pretty. I love the details of, like, the little mountaineer climbing around. As you step through a rock arch, a giant of a man in a torn anorak suddenly blocks your way. He points at your backpack with a scowl. Is he going to mug you? As if he has read your mind, the stranger starts to rummage around in his own backpack. You're relieved. He only wants to trade. The towering man indicates that he would like to have some canned food. You should take one of his possessions in return. You take... I think I just want to keep the food. We still have 4 tent uses and an oxygen bottle. I think that's a bandage to heal health. I think I still want the food. Yeah, let's make it to here. We'll be low enough on energy. Unfortunately, that's going to mean we're going to wake up in the middle of the night again. You enter a cave. It's dry and sheltered from the wind. At the rear of the cave, you notice a faint shimmer of light. I follow the light. You follow the light. As you approach, you realize it's coming from hundreds of fireflies. Fascinating. Yay, XP insanity. Also, that sounds super pretty. Lie down and sleep. Sleep long. Oh, actually, that'll get us through most of the night. Our timing is better than most of the time. You would not believe your eyes. Let's see, is there a glossary for what those icons mean specifically, or am I supposed to discover that? I think I don't remember if I had this tutorial pop up or not. That's okay. Critical, leveling up, weather, sleep, inventory and items, tracking device. Some missions require use of tracking device. Well, we don't have that yet. I'm afraid you're supposed to discover that. That's fair. Well, this looks like a monument of some sort. You can help if you want. No, that's okay. I don't mind discovering. I like, I'm a big fan of roguelite style games. Roguelike and roguelites. And hydrate. Let us hydrate. Alright. This looks like a, oh, this is probably the shrine. Yeah, I'll remember these things eventually. Oh, we also have a level up. Under the stars, conserve strength. One more push. Significantly increase oxygen gain for a time, but increase sanity loss until the end of the mission. No, we've been having issues with that. Let's take conserve strength. We're taking it slowly anyway. And energy has been more of an issue than anything else. The skills highest level guessing like 3. Not sure. I think I've seen level 2 in things. I can already tell this is a game I'm going to put a lot of time into. How much I stream it will depend on how long the runs tend to be. Golden Eagle suddenly lands in front of you, its wings carrying it majestically to the ground. Fascinated, you watch it, and it watches you too, unafraid. You can't explain it, but the encounter feels magical. Fully wrapped up in this moment, you regain... sanity, please. So... predatory birds aren't afraid of a ton, as a rule. Do we need to camp? We could do a short rest. Oh, we should... Aha! So if we do this, we'll have to loop around this way. As we learn things. That still seems worth it, though. So let's go up here. And then Oh, this doesn't connect either. So the question is, do I want to go here or stop here and keep going up? I think I just want to stop here and keep going up, so let's go here. Hey, Mary. This game is a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it a lot. I think you will like it too. It's a mountain climbing roguelike sort of stuff. If you have the Epic Store, it is actually free this week, so be sure to snag that. It's also gorgeous. It's not showing off much with it being nighttime, but it's very, very cool. Hey, there we go, see? Ah, the scary ice. You enter a cave. It's dry and sheltered from the wind. Follow the smell. Nope, just fur and bones. We got XP, though. Steam wishlist, but free is better indeed. Yes, it's been on mine as well, and then I saw it was going to be on the Epic Store this week and went, welp. You lie down and sleep. Let's take a short rest, because that'll get us almost to full, and we'll still have half the day. But like I was just saying, I am absolutely going to lose a lot of time to this game. But the question will be, yikes, it is all ice all the way up. Whether or not I stream it, which will depend on how long the runs go. Because I was kind of hitting that with Kingsway, where if I get a good run, it can take 3 hours. So if I die 2 hours in, I have to have something on deck to finish with, which is not an issue. It seems like this is going to be longer runs than not. I mean, obviously we're taking it pretty slowly here because we're learning things. Okay, so we have hazards no matter where we go. We have... Let's go here. I suspect the rock will be preferable to the ice. And we still have our climbing hook that we can use to reduce the energy cost. A wild crevasse is blocking your way. There's a snow bridge you could use to cross it, but you're not certain that it's stable. It'll put us to nightfall. We can go around. That's fine, let's be safe. You want to get through a little quicker, you can increase the speed of the animations. Yeah, I saw that as an option, but at the moment I'm just enjoying the dramatic tension of the climber. Going to hold my breath as we cross ice. You come across the ruined foundations of a former dwelling. Herbs are growing in a recess. Just as you are about to gather them, a protruding stone catches your eye. It looks like it can be moved. Some kind of switch, perhaps. I mean... We're us, and we're gonna hit the switch to see what happens. This is probably the smarter move, but... Flip switch. You push the switch, but it jams. You press harder until beads of sweat form on your forehead. Then there's a click and a clack, and a secret compartment opens up in the floor. Your heart leaps with joy. Inside, there's valuable equipment. Ooh, snow boots. Oh no, I appreciate it. No worries. Okay, so we can just wear these. We got snow boots. Now that we're on to ice. Yeah. Totes worth. Okay. Let's go to here. That won't be too bad for energy. And then we'll see if we can get up here before we run out of energy, or if we need to either climbing hook or canned food. Oh, I appreciate games with a chill atmosphere for sure. All right, property damage. You reach a small plateau with monoliths arranged in a circle, the remnants of an ancient culture. A figure in a long cloak is crouching on the ground, muttering something unintelligible. Then they rise and knock over the stone pillars one by one. It's always precursor technology. Let's watch. There's something strange about this figure, and you are filled with fear. Nevertheless, you are unable to take your eyes off of them. Eventually, they notice you and give you an angry look. You want to say something, but you can't get your words out. Then they hurry away, leaving you bewildered. That sure was some guys knocking over some stuff. And we'll be able to make it to the cave without having to expend any resources. Excellent. And then we'll be able to see in the daylight our terrifying ascent. Shimmer light. Follow the light. Is it fireflies? It's fireflies. You enter a cave. It's dry and sheltered. Lay down and sleep. Sleep long. Oh, sorry. I should have let it go through the whole fireflies. I hit that encounter before. It's so cool. Oh no, it's storming. I should have checked the weather. Holy cow, we have a long ways to go yet. Alright, well we have sheer ice climb no matter what we do, so it's probably worth to hit this up. That's not too bad for energy, so we'll just let that be. One time, no slide off the side of a cliff and die. Excellent. The sense of danger and quiet dread is very real with this. You lean back against a rock face. A distant melody reaches your ear, soft and tender and beautiful. You close your eyes for a moment, breathing deeply and evenly. You keep listening. The music seems to be coming from inside the mountain. Could it be yet another legacy of the occupiers? Or maybe its origins are more mysterious. Whatever it is, it makes you smile. Yay, sanity and HP, or XP. And lore. Okay, so we are here. There's nothing else of interest. We just gotta make our way up this way. So I think that's going to be nightfall at that point. Yeah, that's... Let's go ahead and use our other climbing rope. We're running low on inventory, and this seems like a good time to use it when faced with this big ice wall. Makes sense that the mountain we're on isn't totally procedurally generated because it's the first tutorial mountain. You want it to be a somewhat consistent beginning experience. I would not want to climb that IRL. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, the death zone. The air is getting thin and your breath is heavy. You have entered the death zone. You pause for a moment to prepare for the difficult path towards the summit. Decreased energy costs for a short time. Health and sanity. Decreased oxygen loss. Probably decreased energy costs. Yeah. 3 main missions, handcrafted mountains with random elements, all the rest are completely random. That makes perfect sense to me. Also, the death zone sounds totally chipper and cheerful and wonderful. So this is where we're gonna start losing O2. Yep. Okay. So if we try to go this way, we're going to have to take the sharp ice. This way is much more gentle, and we get to hit up some points of interest along the way. So I don't think I want to go far enough back for those, because we are pretty close, and the term death zone makes me a bit nervous. So we're gonna have more bar degradation usage. There's a word somewhere I'm grasping at. Hey, buddy. You don't want to climb a mountain. You don't even like going out into the garage. Because it's cold. Yeah. Wash showed brief interest. And then I told him it was cold. You encounter a mountaineer sitting listlessly on the icy ground. He does not seem to notice you. Oh, that's O2. I encourage him to stand up. Rainseeden won't be moved. Well, I tried. Level up. Significantly reduced energy cost in the death zone. That seems real useful right about now. Let's take that. Okay. Oh, there's a cave there. Let's make it to the cave. And then rest, because our body temperature is dropping, especially because it's night and cold. Uh-oh. You approach a canyon and notice that a rope has been stretched across it. Who could have done that? And can you risk using it? Turn around and take a detour? Yeah. I don't want to take random... Oh, is it... So it doesn't say outcome unknown. It does this, but I still don't know what's going to happen beyond that, so I think I'm going to do this. If the rope snapped, you would never survive the fall. You decide to find another way. Yeah. That was my thought process, too. You enter a cave. Explore the tunnel. I have a torch now. Yeah, I use a torch. The torchlight illuminates the passageway, and you go ever deeper into the cave system. Finally, you enter a chamber and find a box containing some provisions. The light of the torch begins to flicker. You quickly pocket the provisions before your torch goes out. Ooh, more food. Moon herb I haven't really needed, but food? Yes, please. I lie down and sleep. So I'm gonna use O2 sleeping. That makes sense. It seems worth to get back up to full, though. I always need more food. Mood. One of those things about the whole being alive thing. Right. We got nice clear weather for our death zone ascent. You discover a buried chest. I dig out the chest. You find some equipment. Energy cost on stone. Well, we have boots and boots. Look at all these other slots. Nope, just boots. We're on stone right now, though, so I guess we'll do that. Check out the shrine. I'm learning. There's an active fire pit, but not a soul around. The flames seem to be fighting the icy wind for survival. Watching the fire dance in the face of the cold is almost meditative. You watch it for a while and regain energy. Okay, so we're in the final stretch here. I see no reason to go down and get any of those. The items, it might connect around. I think at this point we just want to go straight for the summit here, because it looks like we have a relatively clear path. So, let's take it a chunk at a time. Okay. I think this connects up. Yeah, that should be fine. I mean, I could go this way and hit up more things. Or I could just move forward and figure I've probably got enough with what I've got. Actually, no. Back out. It will not take much energy to get this chest. Let's do that. Especially with our hiking boots. Then I think I can just straight shot up this way. Oh, was it not right here? Oh, it's one more. Alright. Transport case. You see the outline of a large rectangular object concealed underneath an old parachute. You gingerly lift the stained, tattered fabric to find a metal case. Maybe it was used to transport goods? Search the case. You're in luck. The case contains provisions. We got O2 and XP. Boop. Excellent. Okay, so that's definitely not worth. We don't need to be resting right now, so let's just make our way up here. And it's gonna be cold tomorrow. This is super pretty. I'm gonna take a moment and appreciate the reflections on the ice. Glare ice. Look how far we've climbed up this mountain. Yike. Okay. Moving along. Let's go up here. Oh gosh, indeed. I agree. Accurate statement. No! As you attempt to jump over a pile of debris, you slip and catch your foot in a crack between the rocks. We'll clear away the rubble. We'll get into nightfall, but that's okay. We know that that's probably the safer way. Already past the 7,000 meter mark. Wow. You are correct. Ah, look at the northern lights. They're so pretty. There's where we started. Ah. A fair sentiment. This is the starter mountain. Only just hit 6K? Hey, you're making good progress. Oh. I didn't notice the rock fall there. It blocked the connection. That got me into trouble earlier. When I thought a item connected up on the path, and instead it went way around, and I thought the pathing was just being silly. Nope, it turns out there was a gap. I eventually figured it out. We only burned some energy, it was fine. We're learning. Your heart feels light and full of joy as you stand on the summit, the hardship of the climb already forgotten. You savor the moment. It is yours and yours alone. Nah, it's also all the friends I made along the way. Weird people in game on the mountain and also chat. What an adventure, what a view. Off in the distance, you can see more mountains. Higher even than the one you are standing on. And what's that? Something stands atop one of them. Long and thin. From this distance, it looks like an antenna, but that can't be right. Or can it? You want to take a closer look. You aren't done exploring yet. But first you have to get out of the death zone and find a safe place to take a break. Oh, now we climb back down the mountain. Well, we can hit up those symbols that we left along the way. Oh no, that's the wrong way. So we're... okay, so we're climbing back down the other side. Okay. Okay. Don't slip, it's a long fall. I will do my best. Alright, let's go here towards that icon. Looks like that's a pretty clear shot that way. Well, not that way, but that way. Maybe not. Well, we'll get to here and take a look. Yeah, this is... can't tell if that goes around or if that's a dead end. I think that goes through. I mean, the easiest way to check is probably to click here and see how it paths. Okay. Well, let's go here. Then we'll probably use our tent. I don't remember at what height the death zone was. But it was a while, so... Oh, it's a cave. Perfect. Follow the light. More fireflies. Just under 6k. Excellent. We can spare the O2. It'll be day, and we'll have lots of energy. It'll give you a pop-up when you hit the death zone that says you are now entering the death zone. Now, do we want a detour to hit this one? I mean, these are the cool lore spots. Let's do it. Don't mind any potential wind noises in the background. Just adds to the ambiance. It's been a very windy day here today. The sound of wind always makes me cold. So I've been cold all day too. So it's appropriate that I climb a mountain and try not to die in the snow. Come on, give me that good lore. And pretty mountain description. No! The terrain slopes down in front of you. It's completely covered with boulders and fragments of rock. Let's take a detour. You know, as in the Icelands and Legends archetypes, which started we found funny. Nice, we're all just icy game time today. I'm glad we all got that memo. Glacial cave. Light finds its way, makes the walls glow a deep, invigorating blue. Ice, ice, baby. Yes. Level up. One more push. No. Conserve strength. Yeah, probably. 100% experience gain in events. Active for 48 hours. We're close enough to the end of this that let's actually do that. Hover your mouse over the terrain of bottom left. Again, a whole bunch of you cannot go here. Okay, so... well, it wants me to go that way, so let's go here. Oh, the 6699. Death zone. 6,000. You lose oxygen in the death zone. As you can see, we're depleting O2. We're gonna stop and have an encounter with a person along the way. Check something. I'm not going to right now, but if Dev is still in chat, are you able to go back to the main menu and pause a run, and then be able to pick it up again later? It's one of those things I don't want to test until I need it. You spot a deer stand between two skeletal trees just ahead of you. As you consider walking over to the deer stand to search it for provisions, you hear a rumbling. It sounds like an avalanche. You see the snow cloud on the horizon. It's headed straight for you. Oh, lovely. Saved when you return to the main menu. Excellent, thank you. That is an excellent quality of life, and I appreciate that. Let's continue and not get caught in an avalanche. That seems like a wise idea. Flashback to memories of the Rogue Tower run where I left it running in the background for a day and a half so I could finish the run on stream. Because I had to go to work. Hey, and we didn't even immediately die on that run. I mean, we died on that run. But it wasn't immediate. Alright. It is night. We're still doing okay. Let's get out of this death zone if we can. We'll have another encounter. It looks like the two heads talking one. That's a shrine. I'm pretty sure it's two heads talking. What's this? I keep seeing it as earmuffs at first glance. Let's go here first. You discover a bird's nest. That is extremely unusual at this altitude. You find a vacuum flask filled with tea in the nest. Okay. Convenient, and I won't question it. Even when I probably should. Okay, let's go here. Nothing weird happening here. Uh-oh. A desert of snow and ice stretches before you, radiantly bright as if you were staring into the sun. You screw your eyes up to see better. They feel irritated and are starting to ache. You wipe your face with your hands. Tears are running down your cheeks. I stop and relax my eyes, because otherwise we run out of energy. Just a free bird tea. I mean, yes. You sit down on a rock and close your eyes. You need to protect them from the sun's rays so that you don't go completely blind. You pack some snow on your eyelids to cool them. After a while, the pain subsides a little and the tears dry up, but you feel cold now. I mean, fair. It's also the whole death zone thing. Well, we're gonna hit some good icons this way. We'll rest in our tent pretty quick. You catch a scent on the wind. Burning wood? You follow your nose, and behind some rocky peaks you discover a patched, dingy-looking tent. Next to the tent, the glowing embers of a campfire emit a thin plume of smoke. You look around, not a soul for miles. Search for provisions. You find a fur pouch and rummage through its contents. It turns out to contain some provisions. Who could they belong to? And would the owner be willing to share them with you? You wait for a while, but no one returns to the tent. You decide to take that as a sign. You relocate some of the pouch's contents into your pack. Ooh, food. Let's just go ahead and... let's eat a food. So we can try to get out of the dust zone. I mean, we're doing pretty good on O2, probably due to the perk. Strong smell. Follow the smell. Hey, things happening this time. Bad things. You follow the smell and hear a growl. Fear wells up inside you. Before you can react, something bites your leg. Cursing and in pain, you flee the cave. Hooray! We got XP at least. Oh, we don't get to rest. Oof. Welp, indeed. Alright, hey, we're out of the dust zone. Woohoo! Let's sleep. And we'll have some free space in our inventory by using up this tent. Because we have another full tent from foolishly playing chicken with a bear. But we won, so it's all good. We got storm tomorrow. We're entering the death zone. And we are exiting the death zone. Ooh, warm stone. We'll take warmth. Maybe we can rest in this cave. Down to 5k just to get blue shiny. Well, I hope blue shiny spot was worth it. 1.5k to go after an icon. Seems not worth. Follow the light. Ooh, it's not fireflies. Find a weathered block of stone encompassed by a strange light. When you touch it, energy flows into your body. You feel invigorated. Sleep is now the last thing on your mind. Neat. Can't sleep, but we got stats. Hey, we're back at full health, almost. The stars. Preserve energy for 24 hours while they're doing... We're so close to the end of it? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Hit V. There we go. Okay, so those ones over there are not going to be worth it because that's kind of a dead end, but we can go to this conversation one here. Alright, let's do it. Very simple person. I see shiny, I follow shiny. I mean, mood. But when dying alone on a mountain is at stake, I can resist a few of them. In theory. In theory. Why you gotta call me out like that after I call myself out? Why must you point out that sometimes my hubris has consequences? Mostly in Darkest Dungeon. Discover a large leather saddlebag lying on the ground. Right next to it, you discover faded hoof prints. Just repeated what you said. Uh-huh. but I could hear the air quotes without needing to see them. Find some herbs in the saddlebag. Look at all this space we have. Maybe someone will want our herbs. Hey, look, we're almost there. Is it still echolalia in text? That is a word I don't know if I've ever come across. Hang on. While I'm climbing, grab my phone. We gonna learn a new word. Meaningless repetition of another person's spoken words. I don't know if it is in text. Probably not, because it's... I don't know how that connector works, if it would be a similar sort of impulse when you're typing it as opposed to just speaking. That is beyond the breadth of neurology that I know, which is not a ton. Your path leads you past a sheer wall with snow towering high on top of it. You are progressing carefully when you hear rumbling. Instinctively, you assume a crouching position and take a deep breath. Within the blink of an eye, you feel the weight of snow pinning you to the ground. Your only chance is to dig your way out. I dig slowly. You know, in situations like these, you have to stay calm and use your energy wisely. You wait a moment to make sure the snow has actually come to a stop. Then you dig carefully upwards, inch by inch, until your fist breaks through the snow cover and cold air rushes into your lungs. Made it! We didn't die. We didn't die. That continues to be the win. Not dying. Scaling a mountain and getting back off of it safely are a bonus. The real winning was the not dying we made along the way. A steep cliff rises in front of you. Can you find a place to rest here? A narrow canyon runs down the middle of the crag, then off to the side, and your heart starts racing. A steel door is blocking your way. You approach the door, intending to examine it. Suddenly, you hear grinding and squeaking. Shocked, you take a step back as the door slowly opens. Glaring light pours out, and you hear the shrill sound of a siren. As if in a trance, you walk towards the light, carefully placing one foot in front of the other. The world begins to swirl around you. Faster, faster. You feel dizzy. The siren is higher now, louder. You stumble, trying to grab onto something, anything, but there is nothing there. Then you fall, 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 forever. Oh, we fell off the mountain and we probably died. We fell into success! We didn't died. We didn't died. I told you not to slip. Well, this was box text slipping. That's a beautiful death. It's important to have standards on dying. So we're getting XP for actions we've done, it looks like. So we got mission reward, character proficiency, level ups gained, mission reward, item proficiency. So we used items, we used equipment. We gain XP for not using consumables, that's nice. We walked at night. We walked in the death zone. We walked in bad weather. We walked a lot in bad weather. We climbed at night, climbed in the death zone, climbed in bad weather. We crossed dangerous terrain, and we experienced events. So, upgrade points, adventurer, scientist, and journalist, interesting. And a reset point. More capacity, and climbing axe, hiking staff, flashlight. Neat. For successful ascent. Yes. We did it. Although success spell sounds more appropriate based on the ending we got there. Alright, confirm. Ooh. Your eyes snap open. Where are you? What happened? You try to remember. There was that gate you walked through. Yeah, and then we fell forever. Confused? Don't worry. That's normal if you're fully conscious when you go through the time loop. It must have something to do with the radiation. Raises hand. I have a question. Several of them. Is this a Tharsis situation? Are we gonna come across our own frozen corpse and then in a loop forever? Time loop? Radiation? What is this person talking about? And who is she? Could you be hallucinating? You spot the glowing green amulet lying on the table in front of you. You're sure you've seen that stone before. Suddenly, it all comes flooding back. The silent young woman who rescued you when you nearly fell into a fissure. Why didn't she tell you all of this earlier? Point of order, you probably would have brushed it off as insanity, because that's not a normal thing for people to tell you about when they meet you for the first time. Glowing shiny from before on the table? Yes. Potentially radioactive. Hooray! Would you have believed me? Not at all, right? I needed you to come with me. It was more important for you to see it with your own eyes, and to actually experience it for yourself. I know how insane this all seems, so first things first. We're in a time loop, and we're stuck on this island. But I have an idea of how we might be able to escape. I just need to perform some calculations first. So all the stuff on the mountain is just yours from other loops. It might be. Wouldn't surprise me. I've already thought of a way you can help. As soon as you feel recovered, you should go out and try to find some information for me. Getting out there will also help you improve your skills and become more experienced. Take my amulet. Not only is it our only hope of reversing the time loop, it will also transport you back to the station when time gets reset. It's also highly radioactive and might kill you, but you know, don't worry about it. The first thing to do is explore the area and familiarize yourself with the stone's power. I know I'm asking quite a lot, but there is no other way. You will have to trust me. Missions, team upgrades. Terrain knowledge, environment knowledge, event knowledge. We have 0 of all of those. Excellent. Very good. Confirm. Efficiency. Oh, these are the next reward. Oh, okay. So I don't know what we got from the first one, because I didn't know what was happening on that menu. I'm guessing we got knowledge plus, and this is what we're getting on the next one. That's probably why there's an exclamation point saying that I should click here. Haha! Okay, so I have not yet unlocked the scientist or the journalist. You can unlock them on a side mission. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Skill tree. So we need to go up the chain to get stuff. That's what it costs. These are all for the adventure, it looks like. Okay. More XP at night, so these are going to be night upgrades. Sprint. It's an active ability. Master Climber. Oh, so it's like kind of like that one we had before, except it's a usable thing. It goes for 3 hours and it has a 24-hour cooldown. Prevent critical events for 6 hours? Woohoo. That could be useful, especially if you get low on stats. I mean, hopefully it works on that. Increased energy also seems good. Thinking what we want to do is get increased energy first. And then more increased energy. Ah, and you can reset using a reset point. That makes sense. Inventory. Oh, right, we had some plus capacity. All the energy. You can can equip or pack it for 20 capacity. Okay, so we get to build a loadout. Does it... It just costs the capacity. Interesting. So we can start with a tent. Flat terrain, time cost when climbing, 1 height difference. Increased light radius. This seems super convenient. I don't know why. Oh, because it's a tool? Is that why it's... Yeah, probably. Ah, it goes there. Alright, alright. And then we have 5, which is not enough to do anything with. Or I could not take that. Instead, take a few smaller things. Like food. Ignore dangerous terrain for a limited time. Honestly, energy was our biggest issue, it feels like. So is this going to be more efficient than this? Probably not. Take like 4 food. I think this is going to end up being more useful than taking a couple of cans of food and the tea. Yeah, let's do this. Alright, so we have upgrade points for these two, but we haven't unlocked them yet. Revive points. Who cannot start missions due to time loop sickness? Uh-huh. Missions. Oh. Oh. Neat. So we have completed the mission on Mountain 1. And there's Mountain 2. We have to unlock with side missions. Nifty. Missions unlocked. You have not played it yet. Large mountain with moderate elevation. Potential paths. Oh, these are the unlocks for new characters. Well, let's try to get a scientist. 1 star. Nice. Increase time cost when moving. Weird. Okay. New character unlock time. Let's do it. The mysterious woman tells you about another mountaineer wandering around the mountain. He probably walked straight into the time loop just as cluelessly as you did. There is some information that indicates he may be a scientist. You want to find out more and convince this stranger to come with you. He could be quite useful in helping to find a way out of the time loop. Very happy to see that we enjoy it. Well, I am glad that you hopefully had fun making it. I don't know where that sentence was going when I started it and it got away from me. Don't worry about it. I hope you're enjoying my rambling through it. I don't know if that's better. Okay, so that's a handshake thing. I don't know what one that one is. Sure had. Excellent. I'm not going to ask to which part of the sentence that I ended up mangling. It's fine. Alright, well let's go... Let's go see what this is. We'll speed up a little bit here. You carefully open the door of a shack. Inside, oh, trading, that's right. Inside there are books and other documents piled to the ceiling. Just as you are about to enter, a tall woman with long white hair suddenly appears in front of you. She speaks to you quickly in a language you do not understand. When you shrug apologetically, she disappears and returns shortly after with a few possessions. So she wants to trade. She would like a tent from you and offers one of her items in return. I don't want to trade. I would like my tent. I probably would have skipped it had I remembered it was trade. That's okay. I don't really need to stop at the cave, and it doesn't connect because I'm checking this time. So let's just go here. Totally do think you do a very good job playing. Like, you read all the text, let us know what you think about it. You definitely deserve a bigger audience. I'm working on it. A tent hastily erected against the side of a rock wall catches your attention. As you get closer, you discover a sleeping mountaineer. His clothes are torn in places, and you can tell by his face that he is in bad shape. You can't say how long he has left to live or whether he will make it. If any of the rest of the dev team would benefit from my ramblings, this will go up on my YouTube probably about tomorrow, 6 o'clock. It's linked. Otherwise, it's youtube.com/Hulyen. Just in case it helps. Feel free to shoot me a message if you have other questions later. I definitely don't mind helping out with thoughts on games for sure. KDM can verify that I am great at accidentally breaking my way into places I'm not supposed to be in games. It's not on purpose. Had to auto-host, haven't streamed in ages, maybe I'll get some click-throughs. Aw, I appreciate it, thank you. I hope you're having a good time this evening as well. Glad you stumbled on into my little channel here. Okay, so... we'll try to help him. Ooh, he made it this time. I like that there's different results from the same encounters and doing the same things. So it's not just, like, flowchart. Just do this, know all the best options sort of thing. You roll the stranger into the recovery position and speak to him in a soothing voice. He opens his eyes and looks at you bewildered. His strength appears to be coming back, so you help him to sit up. He's very grateful and shares his provisions with you while assuring you that he will be all right from now on. It's not on purpose, as you purposely test walls in Portia. It wasn't on purpose the first time when I went through a mountain. Mostly do QA, job to test every single piece and mechanic in the game. Oh, sure. QA is interesting. I am a big fan of ramming all the things against other things and see what happens. It's a path I've looked at once in a while, actually. It's fun. We got an oxygen mask. Plus 0.75, oxygen per hour moving, resting in events. Excellent. Well, we'll just put that on. Neat. I took a Visual Basic class in high school, and turns out I don't like Visual Basic as a language. But I partnered with a friend, and she did the actual, like, I helped with the, like, overview stuff. And then she did most of the actual programming, and then I did some of the testing, and I managed to make an error message in a Visual Basic matching game that actually helped me find a bug. I'm proud of that. But Visual Basic is miserable, and I don't like it. The only programming I liked was ActionScript, and that's not really programming. You are trudging across a snow-covered plain when your boot catches on something stretching lengthwise along the ground. You are stunned to discover a thick black cable. Why is it here, and where does it lead? I mean, we're gonna follow the cable. The cable leads you to the edge of a small canyon. You see that it runs down the sheer canyon slope, ultimately disappearing into a pile of rubble at the bottom. It seems clear there was an avalanche here. Is it worth climbing down to take a look? Yes. Boulders, some the size of wagon wheels, crash down onto the floor of the canyon as you grope your way from ledge to ledge. Finally, you feel solid ground under your feet again. You immediately inspect the pile of rubble. Through a crack, you can see a cavern. This rubble must be blocking the entrance to something. Maybe it was a hideout for the occupiers? I mean, I haven't come this far in this dialogue path to not try to get all the way into it. Come on now. You heave boulder after boulder away from the crack until it's wide enough for you to crawl through it. Feet first, you scoot forward into the darkness. Suddenly, the ground quakes, and you feel a weight on your legs. You panic and attempt to pull your feet back toward you, but the rock pressing into your legs from above pins you in place like a vice. You can feel the sharp edges of the stone piercing your flesh. Ow. Danger rock. You scream, twisting and contorting on the rocky ground. You give your legs one last powerful tug, and you're free. You apply makeshift bandages to the abrasions and contusions on your legs before you continue on your way. At least you were able to recover some provisions, but we didn't find out what was going on with the giant cable. I was hoping for robots, personally. When you reach a point of interest, gain sanity. That's a limited one. Reserve energy is a limited one. Oh, the one where we sleep and we get stuff. Yes. We liked taking it slow anyway, so. Right, let's go to the shrine. I mean, I suppose all rocks are danger rocks if you try hard enough. As you approach a skeletal tree, you discover countless red ribbons with golden lettering tied to its spindly branches. Unfortunately, you can't decipher the writing. You don't know why, but for some reason you find this spot very moving. You make a wish for... Aw, they celebrate Tanabata in the middle of the mountain. Energy, please. Dialogue is amazing. Actually like hearing you read them. Aw, thank you. I do not mind doing narration out loud. Quite the opposite, actually. I have, cassette tapes from when I was young of doing an audiobook of a random book I owned. Because I had a cassette player with a microphone. No one will get to hear any of these tapes. I still have them, but no. Not unless I can greatly monetize them in the future if I get popular enough. I did awful radio shows with puppets, even though you couldn't see the puppets. And mainly ripped off Ren and Stimpy and Monty Python sketches. I was like 8. As you gaze around, you notice a faint light in the distance. It flits back and forth, up and down. I approach it carefully. Without letting the light out of your sight, you walk straight towards it, but you aren't paying attention to where you put your feet and you stumble. You catch yourself, but the light is gone. Confused, you look around and realize you have lost your way. Make it a sub-goal? I have to be a lot bigger before I would consider pulling those out, because I don't have to figure out how to, connect them up and everything, too. Level up! Okay, so these are both temporary ones. I guess Swarm Thoughts could be useful later. My instinct is always to go for a more permanent upgrade than a temporary one anyway. Stretch! Have a stretch! Everyone stretch! Ugh. Mountain climbing stretch! That made a lot of things crack. Don't get old, kids. Yeah, we'll take Worm Thoughts. You laugh. I'm older than you are. We search the case. Provisions. We got tea. Unfortunately, you do not control the passage of time. Well, then what's the point of you trying to do all the things in Pokemon Legends Arceus? Obviously, that's about controlling the passage of time. A crevasse splits the ground in front of you, blocking your way. You risk a glance downwards and notice an old backpack hanging from a ledge. You could try to climb down and grab it. I attempt to grab the backpack. Okay, Dialga. Is that going to be like the Pokemon version of OK Boomer? Okay, Dialga. Sure thing, old man. The important thing is that there was an onion on my belt, which was the style at the time. You squat down at the edge of the crevasse and lean forwards, but the backpack is still well out of reach. Keep trying. You did it! You hurriedly inspect the backpack. Its heft gives you hope that retrieving it was worth the effort. You excitedly peer inside and discover valuable equipment. Ooh, climbing gloves. Ooh, that's great. And I can have them with my hiking staff. Awesome. He's talked about time stuff. Yeah, I like the thought that OK Dialga is the OK Boomer. Yay, gloves. Gain more energy, body temperature. Oh, they take it slow too. Gain more body temperature per hour when moving. Yeah, let's take that. Especially since we're kind of cold right now. I mean, it being night may have something to do with that. Let's go to here. Do. You are crawling up a slope on all fours when you feel a trembling beneath you. A boulder the size of a wagon wheel is rolling straight toward you. Man, there's a lot of wagon wheel boulders around here. That's a common descriptor. Could you do voiceover for all the dialogue? It would be amazing to add to the game. Dyslexic, tad slow reading. Contact me if you're serious about that. And we can maybe figure something out. If that is a, serious offer, send me a message. We shall chat. I leap out of the way. You fling yourself out of the way at the last second, but you smash your shoulder against the solid ground in the process. You open your jacket and rub the injured spot as blood pours into your soft tissues, turning your skin black and blue. You'll just be feeling that bruise for a long time yet. Why are you not moving? Come on. I'm pressing W. Is it my... Oh, it's my keyboard again. I bought a new keyboard and haven't gotten around to connecting it. I will. Because I have to thread the cable through the desk. Because I got a wired one this time. You enter a cave. After just a few steps, you feel an icy wind on your face. It seems to be coming from inside the cave. I follow the wind. Countless stalactites hang from the ceiling, blocking your path. As you deftly search for gaps between the enormous rock formations ducking beneath them, you suddenly hear a grinding noise. Just a moment later, you feel a sharp-pointed object boring into your shoulder. Lips pressed together in pain, you turn back. It's just not worth it. Well, we got XP. Lie down and sleep. Sleep long. Prosper? Sleep long and prosper. That seems accurate. I'm sure there's been a Star Trek along these lines with weird infinite time loop mountains. Except in the Star Trek one, if it's original series, all these mountains are matte paintings and styrofoam. You encounter a slope filled with rubble. Even your very first step onto it sets off a mini landslide, with stones rolling out from under your feet and down the mountainslide. We'll find a different path. You decide a detour is your best option and give the rubble a wide berth. Oh, pupper! Look at the pupper! I can't pet the dog. Hang on. There should be a pet the dog option. Pet the dog. Is a good dog. You suddenly hear a loud bark behind you. You spin around to see a St. Bernard bounding toward you, panting, its tongue lolling. As it obediently sits at your feet, you notice a harness on its back. There is a bag strapped to it. I search the bag. The dog waits patiently as you search the bag. You find provisions inside. We're gonna assume I pet the dog, even though it didn't give me an option to pet the dog. Because I would absolutely have pet the dog. steps have been hewn into the stone, leading you to a pedestal of sorts. Some type of religious site or shrine, maybe? You're not a particularly spiritual person, but somehow this place feels holy. It might just be your imagination, but you pray to the shrine for... energy, please. An option when you click the dog, there's a bark sound effect. I'd count that as petting the dog. Exhausted, you roll your head back. You gasp and your pupils dilate as a comet flies over you, its bright tail stretching miles behind it. What a spectacle! You are overwhelmed with emotion. Hey, we got sanity and XP. We go to signs of human life. A local man sitting up against a rock face waves you over. As you approach him, he holds out an oxygen bottle, his face contorted with pain. He says something to you, but you don't understand a word. Yeah, we can afford the stats. Find out what's wrong with him. You look at the stranger who keeps grabbing his shoulder. You are sure that he has dislocated it. You gesture to him to hold out his hand to you. You pull it with a jerk. He screams. Then there's silence. A few seconds later, the stranger is beaming at you. He offers you the oxygen bottle again, which you take. You're glad you were able to help him. I am glad I was able to help him. We got the oxygen bottle and level up. Yeah. Who is the best? We are the best. Hubris isn't a thing. Don't worry about it. We won't die horribly. No. Yeah, we'll take the permanent one. The XP gain was tempting. Okay, so this was a dead end, but we had a lot of events along the way. There's my goal. Oh, goodness. Okay. We've got some hiking to do. So it looks like we want to be going up this way? So let's start with that. Up, 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 up. Okay, the fast forward scuttling is pretty awesome too. Up, 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 up. Speed climbing. Oh, we're walking. So we're not speed running this, we're speed walking it. I don't think that's nearly as impressive as a speed run. Also, I don't have the patience for speed running. Our body temperature is not looking great, but it's not dire, so let's keep going. Till it gets closer to dire, then we'll use tea. Secret bird tea. Oh, that was the last mountain. We can just agree that all the random tea is secret bird tea. While moving through the rough, stony terrain, you step on a treacherous piece of rock, twisting your ankle. Oh. Ooh, plus 30% energy cost on all terrain. That's not great. That campsite doesn't seem worth. This direction seems much more feasible. Let's go to here. Ooh, do I have a faster? I do! Now we're power walking. And now I'm imagining our climber as a very tiny Michael Scott shouting parkour while descending from cliff faces. Extinguish. I don't want to wake up the stranger. That's rude. We'll sleep long and get partly through the night. Actually, it's costing us body temperature. Oh, because the cold. That's right. It was a thing for this mountain. Briefly will get us to the beginning of the night, which is fine. May as well just get all the... We'll drink some tea. It'll be fine. Want some good morning caffeine tea. Let's hop down here and get some goodies. As you climb along a crevasse in a glacier, you see an oxygen bottle together with an oxygen mask buried under a thick layer of ice. The bottle seems to be intact. I mean, we don't need either of those, so we'll use a stone to break the ice and hope for the best. Shards fly as you smash a sharp stone against the ice over and over. Your hands hurt and your knuckles are bloody, but you don't give up. Finally, you have removed the enough ice to grab the oxygen bottle and pull it towards yourself, but you are out of luck. The bottle and the mask are damaged, and you cannot use them. Oh, good. Now we have an injured hand as well. Womp womp. Probably should have known better. Let's have some tea. Bum bum ba-dum. Wow. Ooh, it's a goat. Hi, goat. You encounter a common mountain goat. It's nibbling on some herbs. I approach it in a friendly manner. Hi, goat! The goat looks at you blankly. You decide to continue walking. Yeah, that's probably about right for approaching a goat. We got XP for waving at a goat. All of this probably not worth. That's... So... it's not that far out of the way. How far out is that item? Let's go there first. You come across a corrugated metal shipping container covered in rust. It is closed by means of a massive lock. Maybe the occupiers used it as a storage facility? You could try to break open the lock with a rock. I try to break the rock. I try to break the lock with a rock. Keep trying. Using all your strength, you hit the lock again. This time, there is a noticeable crack. I keep trying. Success! The lock breaks and you are able to see inside the container. All that effort paid off. You find some valuable equipment. Ooh, we got a climbing axe. I assume that goes in this spot. Neat. So we'll maybe swap to that when we get to bigger difference in height tiles than one. Bird. Bird. Warmth bird. Okay, we are not going all the way back that way, though, because... we'll just go back here. Herb of warm your bones. You are walking through powdered snow when suddenly your feet slip out from under you. A layer of smooth ice has formed beneath the snow, making walking almost impossible. Well, I'm glad we got warmth, because that would have been real bad. Cave. Strong smell. I lay down and sleep. Let's have a long sleep. And maybe not get scared by a bear so that we can't rest. Ooh, it's a storm. It'll be nice tomorrow. Well, we may as well. Goat! You once again encounter a common mountain goat. It's standing behind a rock and using its head to point emphatically in the direction you're walking. Is it trying to warn you? I hide behind the rock too. Hide with goat friend. Walking just a few feet ahead of you is a large wildcat. It notices neither you nor the goat. Thanks, goat friend. Controlled breathing. Yeah. More O2. Good goat. Good goat friend. Dry and sheltered from the wind. We'll have a brief sleep. know if it was a good god goat, it'd be Arceus. I always thought he looked more like a weird horse, but I could see goat. I cannot see anything. Let's go this way. Gee, why would Arceus be on your mind right now? I haven't even played it recently. I'm going to, just... I'm too tired. You catch a scent on the wind. Burning wood? You follow your nose, and behind some rocky peaks you discover a patched, dingy-looking tent. Next to the tent, the glowing embers of a campfire emit a thin plume of smoke. You look around, not a soul for miles. I'll call out in case the owner is nearby. You call out. No response. You call again. Suddenly you hear heavy breathing. A local mountaineer with a dead mountain hare slung over his shoulder makes his way toward you. He gives you a friendly nod. Without a word, he stokes his campfire and skins the hare. In no time, the meat is roasting nicely over a spit over the fire, giving off a mouth-watering aroma. The stranger gestures you to join him. You gratefully accept his offer. You could use some refreshments right about now. Refreshment's the word there. I mean, in the strictest sense of the word, I suppose. Good lord, I wish I could see, but it's all stormy. And dark. Also scary. Would you stop? Camera, please. Ah, okay, that just gave me a real bad vertigo. Which is appropriate. Yeah? That seems fine. We'll hit up some items. And make some progress upwards. Have to go. Thanks for the stream. Great game. I agree with the great game. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Should definitely pick up this game and play it. A crevasse splits the ground in front of you, blocking your way. Backpack. Backpack. Equipment. Ooh, I got a hat. I need the O2. No, I don't need the O2. I need the body temperature. Yeah. Very helpful hat. We TF2 now, boys. What's do you like always? Aw, thank you. I appreciate it. I want to know how much... Make sure that you know how much I appreciate your support. It's a lot. Nearby an abandoned camp, there are some vacuum flasks filled with tea. You could take the time to search the tents. I thoroughly searched the tents. Good night or day. Nothing useful. But we got levels, and also it's light out and we can see again. So, hooray! I mean, here. Let's go here. Let's scooch around on the ice here. Hey, we're gaining body temperature instead of losing it now. Thanks, hat. Oh, wait. You were hiding. We're going back for you. No, don't. No, stop. Ah. Forgot I have to right-click again to clear. Northern Lights, what a sight. It's pretty. Well, I mean, I'm still going back for it. Even though it's not worth it now. Because I'm annoyed, and now I must know what's there. I'm nothing if not stubborn. Nearby an abandoned camp, there are a couple of empty oxygen bottles. You could take time to search the tents. I thoroughly searched the tents. You find one bottled oxygen tank. And we got the hookup for O2. Time cost on all terrain, while O2 is high. More body temperature, well, what, per hour when moving? Well, that's actually been an issue, so let's take that one. Okay. Meh. Now I can't see because I'm stuck in the crevasse. Hang on. There we go. Yes. That way. Is that passable or impassable? That's impassable. Okay. Looks like... Let's go up to here. Because we're not going to be able to go this way easily. Actually, I could go... There we go. Oh, it wants me to go this way anyway. Okay. Death zone! The air is getting thin, your breath is heavy. You have entered the death zone. You pause for a moment to prepare for the difficult path towards the summit. Decreased energy cost. We have so much O2. Yay, being able to see. I agree. Gonna make it to the shrine, and then we're gonna have a sleep. An old woman sits in front of a crooked hut. She wears a friendly, toothless smile and motions for you to sit with her to recharge your strength. You do as she suggests and regain warmth. Excellent. Okay. We go and sleep. We're gonna sleep long to get energy. Well, we slept through half the storm, at least. Or a quarter of it, because it probably goes all night. We should switch to this. Because we're going up. Height difference. Yes. Yes, let's be smart about this, eh? I think I have food to recover energy with. Let's go ahead and do that. Well, I mean, at that point, can I just click this one? Nope. Okay, we'll go to here. Let's go! And now we go here. You made it to the area where the scientist had supposedly been spotted, even up at the top of the peak. But so far, there has been no sight nor sound of him. Maybe the young woman made it all up? But why would she do that? You take a short breather and notice a used oxygen bottle. Footprints lead away from it, in the opposite direction from your path. Hope springs eternal. And back down we go. Well, let's see how much of the view we can appreciate through the snowstorm. We can't see where we came from, but we can be assured that it's down there a long ways. Okay, so what direction are we actually going? Uh-oh. There it is. Ha! Well, let's start taking it a little cautiously here. You know me, known for being cautious always. Okay, so we'll go to here. Oh, nope, 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 I did it again. Keep expecting it to make a new path when I do that. No, that's explicitly not what it says it does. I'll get used to it. Okay, let's sleep to regain energy. And that'll get us through most of the night. And most of the storm. Alright. Let's go to here and then to here. A shrine and then a wonder. While staring at the starry sky, you notice, there, a shooting star. You quickly make a wish for energy. Windmill slam energy. You lean back against a rock face. A distant melody reaches your ear, soft and tender and beautiful. You close your eyes a moment, breathing deeply and evenly. You keep listening. The music seems to be coming from inside the mountain. Could it be yet another legacy of the occupiers? Or maybe its origins are more mysterious. Whatever it is, it makes you smile. Sanity and XP. What that? We still have our climbing axe. We're getting reduced energy. Hey, we can see! It's a miracle. Or, you know, weather and meteorology. Abandoned radio relay station. You cannot believe your eyes. A fallen antenna is blocking your path. I stay and look around. As you clamber over the iron struts, you notice an open crate amidst all the scrap metal. You lie on your belly to reach in and fish out a few provisions. As you try to get back up, you lose your balance, falling forward and gashing your knee. So we got a bandage, some XP, and scraped our knee. Boo. Probably overall worse, but not great. Looks like a campsite, or a cave. As you pick your way across some boulders on the edge of a precipice, you notice an indigenous man below you, waving his arms frantically. He is trying to tell you to hurry. Many of the rocks are loose and in danger of plummeting into the depths. I go quickly. He's trying to tell me to hurry. As you hop from rock to escape the danger zone as quickly as possible, you twist your ankle. You yelp in pain, but you hobble on until you feel the firm ground beneath you again. You pause to examine your injury. Your ankle is already swelling up. Let's just injure all of the things. We're gonna run out of energy real quick at this rate. Okay, we got 2 tent uses left, and we're gonna sleep in a cave. If we find a box of scraps, we'll make an Iron Man suit. Collect all the injuries. Yeah, that's this game's version of Gotta Catch 'em All. Is gotta injure 'em all. We gotta workshop that one. Stranger, lie down to rest. Gotta hurt 'em all? I mean, that flows better, but the sentiment is still disturbing. Whereas I had multiple problems with it, now I have one very specific problem with it. So I guess that's an improvement? Hooray, we did it! Good job, us. We make the best team. Ooh, to you too. We're busy hunting for Scientist Senpai. Still got a few bigger expanses before we're primarily on flat ground. I could micromanage my gear, but I'm not going to. Can't wait to play Don't Starve Together with you, teamwork to make a good base. Oh, we're gonna have a great base, and then... Bah! I live in the mountain now. Stop. Help. Alright, we're going... I can't see. Hang on. V? Hang on. Uh-oh. There. We got there. Good work, team. Tasty mountain. Yeah, we'll make a fantastic base, and then something terrible will happen, and it might be one of our faults, and it might not. Because I know Don't Starve, and I also know us. Whatever happens, it's gonna be epic. I'll probably get eaten by a large bird. We should probably be smart and go this way. Down to the cave. Yeah. You have a plan playing the Sister of the Darkness to maximize base building? I don't have a plan, so... Long crevasse hinders your advance. There is a narrow spot where you could attempt to jump across. We're gonna go around. And then take one step and find a cave. Can't remember names, it's been too long. You enter a cave. It's dry and sheltered from the wind. At the rear of the cave, you notice a faint shimmer of light. I usually play as the robot because the robot's easy mode. Fireflies. Hey, we're gaining things because we're out of the death zone. I forgot the name of the robot, but it probably starts with the W because they pretty much all start with W. Except Maxwell, who I never unlocked, because that's a really tough questline. Fresh snow is piled high ahead of you on a mountainside. There must have been an avalanche here recently. As you trudge through the heaps of snow, your gaze falls upon a vacuum flask of tea. It's half buried in the snow. I'm just gonna take the tea. You stow the flask in your pack and quickly move on. It's too dangerous here. Also, we're almost there, and I want to finish this within this stream. Oh, we are literally almost there. Excellent. Finishing on time, finishing on time. Hey, it's the Tanabata tree. Energy, please. Doo 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 doo. Go, 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 go. Yeah. You spy a tent behind some rocky peaks. It looks like it's in good shape. You slowly creep up to it and look inside. You see a stranger wrapped in a sleeping bag. Next to him is a clipboard containing notes on radiation levels. This must be the scientist. You cough quietly, and the stranger invites you in. Without beating about the bush, you tell him about the time loop and your adventures. To your surprise, he lets you finish talking and doesn't call you crazy when you ask if he wants to come with you. Oh boy. Level 7 and haven't left the first objective area. Well, when you go after every single point of interest, that'll happen. When you mention that his notebook seems to say something about electromagnetic nodes, he gives you a knowing smile. Just as you are about to leave, you hear a shrill siren. The green stone in your charm starts to vibrate, and glaring light swallows both of you. We have completed the time loop. At least it's not like Tharsis, where we have to watch ourselves explode in space. There are reports. Well, we got scientist. Yay! Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, come on. Oh no, we did get enough. Okay. I thought it was stopping just short. Ooh, okay, that one stopped just short, I think. We'll find out. Yep, nope. Ha! Oh, these are the numbers. Okay. I'm gonna sound a little bonkers for a sec here. I couldn't figure out why it was, like, filled in and not filled in because they were so stylized of zeros and ones. But now that I see a 2, it all makes sense. I'm sure other people did not have that problem. But because it's such a perfect cutout, I really couldn't figure out what was going on there. Probably because it's a squared off 0 and the 1 is just a line. More XP at the end when you spend longer getting shiny. That makes sense, because you're doing more hiking around and climbing and hitting up nodes. How can this be? Just seconds ago you were still on the mountain, and now you're suddenly back in this strange station. The mysterious stranger is here too, as though she was waiting for you. I mean, she was waiting for us. The stone brings you back here as soon as you hear the siren and time resets. I think it just returns to its place of origin. You should know that we are at a former research station where experiments with gamma rays were conducted. Apparently, they wanted to create a giant electromagnetic force field. The entire island was essentially a restricted area. Hardly anyone knew it existed. But something went wrong. Some sort of breakdown. The electromagnetic radiation that was released caused countless anomalies through the mountain range. Ultimately, they must have triggered the time loop. Time only moves normally in the station. Maybe because it was the location where the anomalies originated? I don't know. Anyway, I found the glowing stone in the room next door. It's all that remains of the experiments. I'm afraid I can't offer you a better explanation. Many things are just as incomprehensible to me as they are to you. But there is one thing I've figured out. The stone responds to the radiation. We won't succeed without it. Please continue with your preparations so we can eventually get out of here. Ooh, are we eventually going to get rad gear for the other peaks as we get closer to whatever's going on? By the way, I think it's wonderful that you brought reinforcements. And a real expert, too. I'm sure we'll learn a lot from each other by working together. We need to become a real team. Why don't you tell me your name, then, to start with? I mean, I don't know what my name is, so I suppose that's fair. Terrain knowledge. I don't... Why is it... Oh, because we have event knowledge. Fey rules. I mean, fair. That wouldn't surprise me at this point. Event knowledge energy. Increased XP, increased sanity gain, reduced time cost, reduced energy loss. Let's get more XP. And then reduced energy. Yeah, confirm. Characters. Okay, so we have 200 points. Let's max out our energy. That was, again, our kind of sticking point. Base stats. Sanity. Comfort of home. Gain sanity. Burp. Eagle eye. Increase camera zoom until next movement. Spend time to gain experience. Interesting. Might be nice for just getting out of the end of night, too. Create equipment. Spend sanity, gain a temporary buff. Adrenaline. Adrenaline. One with the snow. I think to start, base stats are going to be the way to go. Like, just making character baseline better is usually a good way to start these sorts of things. Ooh, we have more capacity. Ooh, we got more stuff. Crampons. Energy cost on ice. Body temperature while moving and searching. Energy cost. Energy cost on stone. Energy cost on snow. What's going to be the most generally useful? So if I take that off and get this, because that will be on everything and not as situational as these two. I mean, when I get more capacity, I can do both. But for now, I think I just do that. And do I want consumables or gear? I don't think I want the situational ones. I'm tempted to get the insulated boots. I could do insulated boots, or I could do canned food and something else. It seems more likely to get some of these than this stuff. Let's do this as a loadout. Oh, this is probably... Time loop sickness is probably if we fail a mission? I don't know. But with that, that is going to be the stream for tonight. I appreciate everyone for hanging out with me. I hope you had a good time. Everyone have a good evening or day. Time zones, they're a thing. I will be back on Monday morning. There is a very real chance I'm going to roll back some more of this. Especially since the side mission mountain wasn't too bad, and knowing that we can save and exit if we need to, because Monday is when I have a hard end to my stream day. But yeah, I will be back. Feel free to follow the stream for notifications. If you want to check out VODs, hit up YouTube. Again, thanks for hanging out. Take care,